Here's 5 ways to depuff your under eyes. Number 1 is have a cup of tea. Then when you're done, you want to take that tea bag out and you want to put it in the refrigerator. Let it get nice and cold. Then you're going to squeeze out the excess liquid. And you're going to apply this right to the puffiness. You're going to do this on both eyes for about 10 minutes. The caffeine in the tea bag is going to constrict the blood vessels, which is going to help reduce the puffiness. You can use a regular tea bag or you can use a green tea bag, but you want to make sure that you're using a tea bag that actually has caffeine in it. I love to use these tea bags for under eye puffiness because most people already have tea bags at home. They're affordable and it's just an easy, simple thing. And they really do improve the appearance of your eyes by reducing dark circles, puffiness, and redness. And I know a lot of people recommend Preparation H, but putting Preparation H near your eye is not a good idea. If you're not sure about that, ask your doctor. And you can safely keep these on for up to 30 minutes. The second way to reduce puffiness in your eyes is to reduce your salt intake. Extra sodium can make your body retain water, and that excess water causes puffiness in the face and body. It's especially common after having a really salty meal. Number 3, puffy eyes can be the result of dehydration. So make sure you're drinking plenty of water every day. The general rule of thumb is to drink 8 8-ounce glasses of water daily. Number 5, at night you can apply an eye cream that specifically targets fine lines, dark circles, and puffiness. This one is by Roc. It's called Retinol Correxion Line Smoothing Eye Cream. Don't worry, I'll put all of this in the description. But the important thing to know is that you have to use it every single night. You can't skip a couple of days and then expect it to work. With skincare, consistency is key. And since this is a retinol, you do have to wear a sunscreen every day. But you should be wearing a sunscreen every day anyway. Now, in the background, I've been letting my tea bags sit on my eyeballs for about 10 minutes and I'm going to take them off. By the way, it's really relaxing to just put them over your eyes and go lay down for like 10 or 15 minutes. Then I'm just going to blot any excess liquid. I don't want to wash that off. Then I'm going to grab my hyaluronic acid. Now, if you're not familiar with hyaluronic acid, it's an essential acid that's found naturally in the body. And it's not an acid like we think of that would burn our face. It actually helps your body lock in moisture. And it keeps the skin firm and supple and reduces the number of visible lines. When you add it to your under eye area, it's going to add some extra moisture to that delicate area. And it's also going to help depuff and really soothe it and make it feel good. After I smooth this under my eyes, I'm going to go ahead and take it above my eyes as well. And then I'm going to finish off my face. I am using hyaluronic acid by a company called The Ordinary. It's very inexpensive, around $7, and it's just fine. There's no reason to go for a super high-end one if you don't have extra money to spend on skincare. Then you want to give this plenty of time to soak into the skin, and it's actually going to firm things up a little bit, which is a great side benefit. Then I'm going to grab my eye cream. This one's by L'Oreal. And it is a specific eye cream to reduce puffiness, lines, and dark circles. They just threw it all in this one little pot. And it's very thin. It actually has hyaluronic acid in it as well, and caffeine. So that's why I'm following up with this. Because right now, I've got seasonal allergies, and I've been eating like an idiot. So I have, everything is wrong with my under eyes. But it's a nice thin cream and it soaks right into the skin. It doesn't make your makeup pill up or anything like that. And I'm not sure if you're supposed to do this, but I actually take it on top of my eye as well. And this one is really inexpensive. It's under $12 usually. Once I'm done with that, that completes the eye section. I'm going to go ahead and finish up my skincare for the morning on film and continue to talk about the benefits of hyaluronic acid because it's really wonderful stuff. Now, according to WebMD.com, the evidence suggests that hyaluronic acid helps with soft tissue growth, prompts your body to make more collagen and elastin, keeps your skin moisturized, and prevents tightness. It also boosts elasticity and reduces scarring. So you can see why I wanted to keep rambling on about this. It's really great. Now, if you're a multi-serum person, I actually have one that I like by GoPure. It's a hyaluronic acid serum. It's plumping, but it also has vitamin C, E, and green tea in it. Finally, after I put on my hyaluronic acid, I always follow it up with a face cream. And the idea here is to just seal in all the good stuff I just put on my face. So there are tons of reasons that you may have puffy eyes, and they range from genetic problems to too much salt, allergies, lack of sleep, not drinking enough water, drinking too much alcohol. I hope this helped you in some way. If it did, give me a thumbs up or happy emoji, please. And that way I know whether I'm on the right track or whether I've totally lost it. I'm not sure why I put this randomly at the end, but this is where I'm actually putting some hyaluronic acid on my lips because it does plump up your lips as well. If you're going to try that, let it dry before you put lipstick on, though. Today I'm going to share with you how I do my no makeup look. First, I like to start out by taking some of my luminous primer and a little bit of my CC cream and mixing them together on the back of my hand. By doing it this way, it looks as if I've just got skin instead of makeup sitting on top of my face. I'm going to apply it with my foundation brush. You can use fingers to apply or sponges, however you like to do it. I'm going to use my foundation brush to spread mine around, and then typically what I'll do is use a damp beauty blender to blend everything out. I decided to make this makeup video in real time, and that way you know exactly how long it took to achieve this look. My name's Camille. I'm a makeup enthusiast for my entire life, and when I reached my 50s, I realized that my skin had really started to change after going through menopause. So I started making videos for women over on TikTok about almost a year and a half ago, figuring that other women were probably having similar issues. Needless to say, I've got over 100,000 follows over there, so people are all having issues. If you're having a specific problem, you can put it in the comments. I'm happy to try to help if I can. So there's both sides of my face done now, and everything's blended. One of my favorite matte liquid lipsticks is Wild Orchid, but I want it to be glossy, so I'm going to add a little bit of Vaseline to turn it into a glossy lip color. And that way I don't have to buy the matte and the gloss. As I said, I'm new to YouTube, but I will try to remember to put the product list in the description in case you're interested. This is my terracotta powder. I call it bronzer because it's really more of a bronzer than anything. And I especially like it in the warmer months because it adds some warmth to my face as well as some much needed color because I don't go out in the sun much, and when I do, I have sunscreen on, so I'm pretty pale. To get a natural kind of I've been out in the sunshine look, I like to sweep it right over my nose, on top of my cheeks, around my face, and that way I look as if I'm a little bit more natural than if I just put it on my cheeks. And as long as I do this lightly, I can actually use this as an eyeshadow as well, and I really just use that big brush and use it just like I'm showing. I'm really kind of a lazy makeup person, so using a giant brush like this, if it works for you, do it. And the important thing with bronzer is make sure you work off the excess on your wrist before you take it to your face, and that way you're not left with a giant blob of kind of shimmering color. I like this one compared to some others that I've tried because it doesn't have very much shimmer in it, because I really don't want a bunch of shimmer highlighting my pores and wrinkles. I'm going to do a simple brow with my brow powder by Ellisy, and I'm just using an eyeshadow brush. If you use an eyeshadow brush, it seems to do a better job than those little pencils because it disperses the color and makes it look a lot more natural rather than just two big dark slicks on your face. Had you seen my initial videos on eyebrows, they have really come a long way, and I've learned a lot of little tips and tricks to make them look more natural. Some people just have those beautiful thick brows and they can get away with those little tiny pencils, but I can't. So once I've got these filled in, I'm just going to take a brow mascara. Sometimes they're called brow gels. And I'm just going to lightly go over any brow hairs that I have to try and pull those out and make my eyebrow look like it's really more realistic. If you're new to using eyebrow mascaras, you want to take all that product off of the little wand before you go to your eyebrow so you don't have a big blob on your face. I usually just rub the excess off on the back of my hand before I take it to my face, and that way it's not too much. You can always add more, but it's hard to take away. And then I'm going to go back in with a little bit of that luminous primer mixed with my CC cream, and I'm going to highlight just right underneath the arch of my brow and swoop it outward. And this kind of cleans everything up and makes it look a little bit more tidy. Now, if you're naturally blessed with nice brows, you can do this to just kind of clean up any sort of stray hairs and make things look a little brighter there. And by putting it under your arch, it's actually going to give you a little bit of a lifted look as well. I realize that I am battling an uphill battle trying to keep things lifted, but I refuse to give up. I refuse to just go quietly away and never try to look my best again. In fact, I just refuse to go quietly away. I think I'd much rather go out with a splash. By the way, I'm wearing a towel in this video all the way through. I'm just waiting for my clothes to dry, so if you were thinking I was sitting here naked, nope. Once again, thanks for hanging out with me. Make sure your notifications are on if you're following, and I'll see you next time. Bye.